Maybe you're wondering whether or not to go wood or electric for your sauna purchase. Well, I've owned this baby here for about a year and I wanted to share my thoughts with you. I've got here a wood fire sauna, and you can see in the background there's my wood pile. All right, obviously there's some undeniable pros to going electric. The first one is ease of use. All you need to do is flip a switch. They're clean and efficient. You get precise temperature control, and there's low maintenance. Okay, that's enough talk about electric. Let's talk about wood now and see if it's something that you'd be interested in. If you're like me, you love fire altogether. You like the look of it, the smell of it, stacking the firewood, all the things that come with it. So there's really no comparison whether or not you'd want to go with wood. It's just, are you willing to do the work that comes with it? Here are some things that you need to consider. The length of the wood in the firebox is a maximum of 15 inches long. So you may want to invest in a chainsaw to cut any longer lengths. All right, so here's an example of a length that would be too long. This is probably 16 inches and my firebox can only handle 15 inches. So I'll just cut this not quite in half, but almost in half. There you go. This piece is more than short enough to fit in, and these shorter pieces are great for kindling and getting the fire started. Secondly, what type of wood are you going to burn? I started off using any kind of hardwood. The mixed wood you order is going to be less expensive, but I'm learning now that I'm going to lean towards spending a little bit more in order to get maple, cherry, or apple wood. Some guys recommend using a softwood because the fire heats up and gets going a little bit faster, but I stick to hardwood. Opening up the ash catcher is the way to control how fast you want the fire to burn. It provides more oxygen in the firebox. All right, this is a 6-foot barrel sauna. They say it's suitable for 4 to 6 people. You have the option of electric or a wood stove, and there's 2 options with the wood stove at least. One like mine where you have the firebox on the inside, or one where the feeder is on the outside at the back. I opted for the stove on the inside because I like to see the flames and also just the convenience of being able to load it from the inside. Now the disadvantage to having the stove on the inside is it does eat up a little bit more real estate. And if I were to purchase another sauna again, I would go for a longer one so I could lie down fully on the bench. All right, so here's my routine of using the sauna. I'll be at the office doing my work and I'll start thinking about the sauna. And before long, it's all consuming, so I'm not getting much work done anyways at the office. Might as well get home and spark the sauna. So the first thing I do is put my slippers on and head out, start the fire, because this is gonna take a little while. The fire at the beginning needs to be babied a bit. So you may start it, go back inside and look and realize that it's gone out. That's normal. You may need to go back out, get it going again, but usually after that second time, it's good to go. And once it's going, you don't need to worry about it. I use a Bluetooth barbecue thermostat. I put it in the sauna. That way in the house, I can check on my phone and see what temperature the sauna's at. After I've been in the sauna for as long as I can take it, I'll go and jump in the cold plunge and go in there for about 2 minutes, totally reset my body, and it's just incredible to go from the extreme of heat to extreme of cold. Now that it's winter, I've started rolling around in the snow, and that's replaced my cold plunge. All right, here's some common questions that I get about the sauna. How long does it take to heat up? Well, I would say around 30 minutes, because at the 30-minute mark, the temperature might be around 70 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's still warming up. But I'll sometimes choose to go out when it's that temperature because I like to grow with the temperature and just find it relaxing as it's getting up to temperature. So after about 30 minutes, I'll be in the sauna sometimes. But really about 45 minutes and the sauna is at full temperature. Another question I get is how much wood does it take? And that's a good question. It takes me about 3 logs to get it up to temperature. And I'll show you what size those logs are. All right, so here's a good example of the size of piece of wood that I was talking about. You need about 3 of these. to get the fire up to temperature. That's maybe all you need for your whole session, but if you want to stay in longer, you may just need to top it up a bit more than that. So this is a face cord of wood. I've got 2 of them, and hopefully it lasts me through the entire winter. We'll see. I'll be able to report back eventually. And thirdly, people wonder how often I use it. I would say on average 5 times a week. There's times absolutely when I'm in it 7 days a week. I love it, and I would if I could all the time. But the reality is sometimes we're traveling, and then you also have to think about during the summer, you're not using it as often. I am finding that, you know, in the evening in the summer, it's still beautiful to get in the sauna. It's awesome. Still undecided which one to go with, electric or wood? Well, use this example. Maybe the way you make your coffee is an indication on the way you would want to use your sauna, and let me explain. Nespresso makes an amazing cup of coffee. It's delicious, it's consistent, it's a low mess, it's just easy. And yet I'm still a sucker for grinding my own coffee fresh every morning, pouring the water slowly over. I just enjoy the process. And maybe at the end of the day, I like the fact that I know my coffee is freshly ground that day. So the same goes for me when deciding whether or not I wanted electric or wood. I have the time, I enjoy the process, so that's how I came to the decision myself. The right decision for which sauna you go for is ultimately up to you to make. Would you prefer the quick and convenience of an electric sauna, or would you like to have the more traditional wood-burning fire experience? No matter the decision, you're gonna get a sauna and it's gonna be amazing. There's so many health benefits to it. It's relaxing. So at the end of the day, you really can't go wrong, but these are just some of my thoughts in my process and wanted to share them with you. I hope it's been helpful.